Newscast, but first, after months of back and forth with the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, our KCBD Investigates team has obtained documents related to the murder of a correctional officer.
KCBD News Channel 11's investigative reporter Shaylee Kidwell joins us now with more on the search for answers surrounding the man's death and a new law in his honor. Shaylee?
Karen and Abner, 27-year-old Jovian Motley died in the line of duty on November 13th, 2023. Shortly after his death, the Texas Department of Criminal Justice released a statement which says Motley died when trying to restrain an inmate at the Wainwright unit in Lovelady. That's about 30 miles north of Huntsville. Since then, Jovian's family has pushed for answers and legislation. Hearing after hearing.
The Committee on Corrections will now come to order.
Testimony after testimony.
Jovian Motley was a correctional officer at the Wainwright unit and was killed November 13, 2023.
Tamika Motley has become a voice for her son.
Was it nerve-wracking the first time when you get up to testify in front of all those people and the lawmakers?
I'm nervous every time.
What gave you the courage to seek the change that you're seeking now?
I think it's my son just giving me the courage to keep on going and making sure that there's purpose in my pain.
A pain shared by her husband.
Although I hate this happening to my son, I know most laws are written in blood, which means someone had to die in order for things to change.
Since Jovian's death, the Motleys have advocated for greater safety parameters for TDCJ employees and inmates. State Representative Symphonia Thompson turned their plea into a bill.
It is a sad bill that I present. That Jovian Motley, a 27-year-old correctional officer, lost his life in the line of duty. He was sent in to an obstructive dark cell as part of a 5-officer extraction team to remove an inmate, but was the only officer from the team who did not survive.
House Bill 2756, the Jovian Motley Act, requires correctional officers to receive training on effective communication, techniques for limiting the use of force resulting in bodily injury, proper utilization of necessary resources, including lighting, safety techniques during cell extractions, fundamental life-saving procedures, and more.
Of course, it would never bring him back, but it means his death was not in vain.
Shortly after Jovian's death, someone leaked the incident report.
It was shared on social media, and someone sent it to me. We've not been provided an official copy of this incident report.
Did you have questions about how could something like that the family doesn't even have access to, now be available to everyone who searches it?
Yes. Yes. How are they able to get their hands on it, yet we're still sitting here begging for answers about the death of our son?
Last year, the KCBD Investigates team requested a copy of the incident report, but the Texas Board of Criminal Justice's Office of the Inspector General sent our request to the Texas Attorney General's office, arguing the report should not be made public for multiple reasons, one of which it was still an open investigation.
What do you think about that reason? It's still an open investigation, and that's when we can't release this document that has already been leaked.
Providing the information doesn't change the details of what happened. So how does that affect the criminal investigation in any way?
We sent our own brief to the Texas Attorney General's office and argued the report should be considered a public document and be made available. The AG's office agreed, and tonight we have that report. This is the Texas Department of Criminal Justice Emergency Action Center System Incident Report, the same document that was leaked more than a year ago. While it doesn't provide any new information, it does confirm that the document circulating online is authentic. The report states that on November 13th, 2023, just before 6 p.m., an inmate, now identified as Jabari Lewis, used a blanket to cover his cell front and block the food tray slot. The report states he also wrapped a sheet around his face. Despite the use of pepper spray, the report states Lewis still refused orders. That's when a 5-man team, including Jovian, entered the cell. This report states, quote, after several minutes of the inmate fighting with staff and resisting the application of hand restraints, staff identified that Officer Motley was injured and the inmate was on top of him. The inmate was subdued and secured in hand restraints. Jovian was pronounced deceased at 7:48 p.m. According to this report, there is a video of the incident. Tamika says she has seen a portion of it and noticed the light was out in Lewis's cell.
So once they go in, it's completely black, but you can hear them in there fighting. And my question is, why wasn't the room already illuminated? Why didn't they already have a spotlight of some sort shining in there to see? And that's what we hope this legislation will do.
The KCBD Investigates team also obtained this TDCJ OIG report.
Have you seen this one before?
No.
The narrative of what happened is redacted. Does that surprise you?
No. I want to trust that the agency is doing the right things. But when you ask specific questions as to what happened, it shouldn't be that hard. The truth don't need motivation. It's just the truth.
In November of last year, the agency unveiled a street sign and a memorial statue in Jovian's honor.
We appreciate all of those things, but the one thing that we want is free. And that's just truth.
Do you think perhaps the person who has the best explanation is the person who's charged with your son's death?
I'm hoping, because I have not heard his side. I don't know how credible he is. So we just have to wait and see how this plays out.
The Motleys hoped Lewis's trial would bring forth new information about what exactly happened in that dark cell. But on June 13th of this year, Lewis opted out of trial and pleaded guilty to capital murder. He will spend the rest of his life in prison. Tamika says there's more work to be done.
I don't think we can put all of that on Mr. Lewis. A part of that responsibility is on the agency to make sure that you're protecting your officers, to make sure that you're keeping them safe while they're doing a dangerous job.
She says the Jovian Motley Act, which went into effect September 1st of this year, is a major step toward that goal.
If I can help in just this little piece of, the puzzle, make sure that there's not an empty chair at someone else's table, then I think I've done my job.
At the time of Jovian's death, the correctional officers at the Wainwright unit were not equipped with body-worn cameras. That year, 2023, the legislature funded 10,000 body-worn cameras to staff who worked in the state's 23 maximum security prisons, which included the Wainwright unit. The TDCJ tells us they finished rolling out the cameras in August of 2024, 9 months after Jovian's death. Now that Lewis has pleaded guilty, we have submitted another request for the video footage Tamika Motley referenced. We'll let you know how the agency responds. Karen and Abner.
Thank you, Shaylee.